Hello, my name is Alex W. from Mountain View High School. This is my Milestone 2 video. What I've added since Milestone 1. So I did a lot of customization on my display. I'll show that in a second. Think about it, talked a little bit about it last time. I just added some custom modules, and I'll go through each of those in a little bit as to why I added those. So we're just gonna run this here. So npm run start. There we go. Give that a second. All right, so what have I added so far? We've got temperature, that was there last time. I'll go into a little bit more detail about that. A little Notion integration here, and then we also have a Spotify module. So why I added the temperature one? I mean, I think it's just helpful to know, get up, look out, just like a quick look to what the temperature is so I know how to dress that day, what else I'm gonna be doing that day. Notion, so I've integrated my Notion database. I just use Notion a lot to track all my assignments and my organization, so I think that's really helpful to set goals for the day. And then Spotify, I mean, honestly, I just thought it looks cool, and it's really customizable and just kind of clean, so that's why that's there. How it works, so I mentioned this before, it runs off of a file called config.js. You can kind of think of it as a constructor in Java, if you know Java. Basically, it's just everything that's run on the startup here. And in that folder is a modules array, and then all of the code for the modules is just stored in there. You also have to download some stuff from GitHub using Node. I think I mentioned exactly how to do that in the Milestone 1 video. If not, it's on my documentation, so I won't get into that. Challenges. So there's challenges for each of these, but I won't go into too much detail. Basically, for the weather one, I need an API key, but I was putting it in the wrong place. So I had to do some troubleshooting, and I figured out that it was contained in the modules folder, not the modules array in the config.js file. For Notion, I forgot to download a library called @notionhq/client. So I did that, and then also the filter I was using was a different type than the default code. So I had to look through the Notion documentation. So basically there's two different types of filters. There's a string and the object. Default one was using a string. I was using an object, so I just had to look through the documentation to correct that. And then the Spotify one, it runs off of a localhost server, 8100. So the first time I did it, the server was not running and it wasn't accessible. So I had to completely delete the Spotify app I created, and then I had to reinstall it, which fixed it. But that's everything.